We are going to tackle the subject of being a supportive partner to your entrepreneurial driven one. I thought initially to talk about how to deal with a unsupportive partner because someone wrote that this is one of my biggest obstacles right now with my wife. But I feel once I start to serve more people and money comes in, she will see it's so worth it. The point is, this is a conditioned way of thinking, if then. So if I will make money, then she will be happy or we will be happy. And it usually doesn't play like that, because that's where the need for the support comes in. It doesn't come at only celebrating and collecting the wins. The challenges and the problems that you are going through together and overcoming, that's what is getting you closer and stronger and more powerful together. So here is where the conflict is coming from. You can hear at every corner about businesses that failed. And you have these statistics that are telling you how many businesses have failed or how many startups have failed. And therefore, it's a real concern for a partner when they say, okay, you're going to start that business, but there's actually not a guarantee of success, right? It's not a guarantee that at the end of the week, at the end of the month, you're going to have money coming in. So you can work for months and years and still see little results or no results. That's why having a partner that agrees on the lifestyle and the long-term vision is important, and for you both to agree and be aware of what actually each takes, because you're not only building a business together, you're also building the relationship, you're also maybe having kids. That was our case as well, dealing with building a family as well. So it's easy to put the pressure on, and maybe your concerns around the fact that, you know, what is it going to take? What are we going to sacrifice? Is it going to worth it? And I can tell you at times I felt like it's just too much. But I think it was from the lack of awareness and a lack of real communication and understanding. That's why in this video I want to unpack some of the elements that are implied into this journey and how you can do it in a way that is enriching your relationship, is enriching both of your lives. You want to be that hero, you want to be that a person that is the rock, that supports dreams, that supports the growth. First of all is clarifying the lifestyle, right? What is the most important for you? Basically, what do you value more? Clarify your values, right? So you value more freedom than and you value less security, right? Therefore, we're willing to have a lifestyle that was kind of below what would have been possible, but it was allowing us to have the freedom. Instead of buying a house, we were in an apartment. So therefore, because of that, we were able to have some resources available to invest and do other stuff. Another important question in terms of value is the question, what doesn't get lost along the way? What is important for us to keep in mind? What doesn't get compromised? And that is the way we raised our kids. And you can define and clarify what is more important for you. Having your values defined and what doesn't get compromised along the way, what is more important. Anyway, you're going to make decisions based on what's important in going to fight for it. You're going to see your values in the actions that you take and decisions that you make. The second point is to get curious about entrepreneurship, even if it's not your calling. When so focused on learning everything on how to raise kids, how to understand kids, and I was reading parenting books, and I was sharing with my husband about this ideas or what I agree with and I want to implement, and I think it's amazing. Learning about this entrepreneurial part, reading books, and then you have common point of discussions, right? You can, oh, look what I've read about entrepreneurship, what look I read about this and how he's done this other thing. That creates a common ground and common language and conversation. It's because entrepreneurial world is like you go in another country and then you have a total different culture, or the way people behave and talk, it's just specific to the environment. So therefore you have to sink yourself in, be curious about it, and learn about it, even if you don't want to pursue anything entrepreneurial. It's still good to have the language, but it really opens a new perspective for you as well. So it gives you a different understanding about the world. So think about it, it's like you're visiting a new culture, and it's just fascinating to observe and learn about it. That's it. So the more you understand, the more you can listen in a way that then you can ask useful questions where you can add value to your spouse, to your partner, and even in the conversations with other entrepreneurs as well. Another point here is use we language, and keep that in mind whenever different challenges that you have. It's never you versus me, and it's never one is better than the other or the other way around. So basically keeping a we vision in your mind and thinking everything in terms of this is what we want, what do we really want, right? Then all the problems or the concerns that you have are more about, okay, I have these concerns because this is what we want, and my concerns are this is not going to get what we want, or is like this is what I want for us, and these are my concerns that if we move in the direction and continue like that, then we don't get what we want. The more you build this language of togetherness, the easier it gets, like it feels like a support as well. Getting in the habit of showing and sharing progress. So either you are sharing some progress you've made in whatever you are pursuing or whatever you are investing your time and attention, and also asking the question what is better and what's the progress. And that helps the other partner to actually reflect their wins and progress. That gives you the opportunity to celebrate the wins and the little wins and the progress that is made. But also it helps the other person, and you are telling that you are involved and you are not allowing them to procrastinate, and that goes back to you as well. Another point is improve your skills. Developing skills, it's something that builds competence, and that also gives you confidence as well. And this is something that no one can take away from you, and you can always add value to other people because you have a certain level of skills in whatever you want to pursue. There's not a checklist, but if you have in your heart something that you want to know, you would like to have that skill, then make sure that you develop a plan and go for it. Another point is to stay in your zone of genius. So you don't have to be and become an entrepreneur as well. You have to become more of yourself, and you have to show up 100% of yourself. The partnership and the family system is when everybody brings in 100% of themselves, and they just match whatever is necessary in order to make it work, to progress and to level up the entire system. What is going to happen? A lot of the domestic responsibilities are going to fall on your side. So in terms of couples, but especially if you have kids, there's more work to be done around the family responsibilities. And basically you can show support by taking those responsibilities on you, but also understanding that those things are part of your system, of our family system values. But the idea is that if running the business falls on them, then running the family, it might fall on you, on your side of responsibilities more. And this is how you can show support. Okay, they have traveling, or they have a call, and then you create that space and you take some responsibilities. You can't make it 50-50 here. You show up 100% of yourself, and you give it for the vision that you've built together, and for being aware of the lifestyle that you've agreed together. Another point is have realistic expectations. So I wish I would have known earlier what it takes and how much it takes to actually be an expert, or get it, or make it happen. So basically, the easier answer I found was when I started Jiu-Jitsu. So it takes 10-15 years to get from a white to a black belt, and that means that is constant work and focus on developing the skill. That is the same for any area, and that's valid for businesses as well. The amount of work it takes into understanding the principles and how this game works, it takes time and effort. And with great support in this area, it can happen faster. And overall, the last point would be support something that usually they will ignore, and that is their health and their well-being. Will be consumed by things that needs to be perfect, or consumed by different challenges they are facing with dealing with people. And I think the partner of such a person usually falls more into relationship-oriented type, which is more compassionate and empathic and creative, and therefore they can bring these traits in the conversation, and they can actually help the entrepreneurial type to understand and navigate relationships, and also take care of their well-being while they are putting their effort into, hustling and working. Create a more balanced environment. This will be like my overall thoughts on how to be a supportive spouse for an entrepreneurial driven partner. I would like to see more supportive couples who are also thriving in their families, but also are thriving financially, and they are building the life that they want. Yeah, entrepreneurship is a beautiful world. Step in, it's going to open your eyes, and there's always so much to learn and explore and become along the way.